Hey guys, 7 weeks on T, 6 weeks on T, sorry, 7th shot. I have been watching Charlie's videos and Jacob's videos recently, and listening to them talk about dysphoria and stuff, and you know, it's really started to get me thinking about certain things. Well, not necessarily started to get me thinking, because I've definitely thought about them in the past, but just been thinking about them a little bit more in depth. I guess I was watching Charlie's video, and he was talking about, you know, how trans guys, a lot of us who have just started T, you know, it's different for us because we're at the beginning, you know, we've just started T, we're excited, we're looking for changes, and, you know, we feel really good because, you know, we're on our way, and things like that. But he said at some point you will have to deal with this, and you know, that's definitely something I'm aware of. I definitely have my share of lower dysphoria. I mean, I don't like that area at all. I don't use it. You know, you can ask anyone that's sort of slept with me. I don't really allow myself to be touched at all. And I don't like that area to really be involved. You know, pretty dysphoric about it already, but it hasn't got to the point where it's debilitating, you know, for me. I think that I've been very preoccupied with T, you know, with getting on it, with, you know, letting people know that I would be taking it, and that I was trans, and you know, that's taken a lot of my attention. It's been my focus, and there hasn't been a lot of room for other stuff, you know, within that. That's definitely taken up a lot of my mental energy. But I mean, of course, it's been there still. I mean, I've still been thinking about chest surgery, you know, the whole time, and thinking about lower stuff, not necessarily surgery, but just thinking about it in general. But like I said, my preoccupation has been with T. But the interesting thing that I found was that as soon as I got on T, and, you know, haven't really even been seeing changes yet, but I just felt like as soon as I got on T, chest surgery became so much more of a focus for me. It wasn't something that really was a priority for me before. I was thinking so much about T, and you know, I knew that I wanted chest surgery, but it could wait. You know what I mean? I'm not very big. You know, my chest is quite small, and I don't have a difficult time binding. You know, it's you know, not. I don't experience a lot of discomfort or pain or anything when I bind. You know, at least not anymore. You know, so it hasn't really been an issue for me, and I wasn't thinking about it as much. But like I said, as soon as I got on T, it just became so much more present in my thoughts. It was just like, wow, I gotta get rid of these things. You know, I fucking hate them. And I just don't feel right with them there at all. I want them gone, you know. So I just feel like as soon as that's done, my lower dysphoria is really going to become more prominent. I can tell that already. It's just that I'm not allowing myself much time to think about that right now. It's not my focus. But it's definitely there. So, watching Charlie's videos and watching Jacob's videos and things like that, it's something that I know is coming. And to be honest, it scares me a lot. I just feel like it just doesn't stop, being so concerned with getting on T and being so pissed off about the fact that I look like a girl and I'm small, I have narrow shoulders and a girl voice and things like that, just being upset about that. And when it finally becomes to the point where that starts changing and I'm pissed off about having tits, and those just need to be gone, and once those are gone, then I'm going to be fucked up about my lower half, and sometimes it gets me really down because I just feel like it doesn't stop, I just want to be comfortable and happy with my body, and I hope I get there. I think I will be, these changes are all for the better. It's not, I realize that I'm not going to go through these changes and still be all upset and still feel like shit, I know that what I'm doing is going to make me a lot happier than not doing any of it. So that's good. I don't know, I've just been thinking a lot about it, and I guess a lot of it really worries me, I just want to get to a point where it's all over and, my transition is done and I feel whole and complete physically. So yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of what I've been thinking about lately, so whatever. We'll deal with that when it all comes, I guess. I shouldn't be getting ahead of myself. I'm still really excited about seeing changes. So maybe I should focus on that and, stick with the excitement for now. So yeah, 6 weeks on T, 7th shot today. Feeling pretty good. I still get down here and there just because sometimes I just feel kind of, sad for no reason, and it just feels kind of like, I know Aiden mentioned this in a video, and it's definitely how I've been feeling in the past couple of weeks. It's not so intense, but it's definitely there here and there. Just feeling sort of lethargic, like he said. Sort of really introspective and things like that. But like I said, not really a big deal. It's just sort of there. But other than that, I'm feeling good. Haven't really been noticing any changes from last week. My voice is continuing to do some weird things. It's cracking a little bit more than it was before. But yeah, still trucking. I want to make a video about how I came to terms with the fact that I'm trans. How I realized it and came to terms with it. But it's kind of a difficult one to make. I'll make it though. I've noticed that I'm quite a bit more guarded on these videos than I thought I would be, and that I had hoped to be. I intended to, when I first started making videos, or first started thinking about making videos, I really wanted to be very open and talk about a lot of different things, and I've just found that I've been so much more guarded than I thought I would. So yeah, I'm going to work on that, and hopefully it'll come along. But anyways, this video is probably really long. I don't even know if I can fit it all on there. So I'll cut it off now. See you later, guys.